Hi, I'm Brent Giles. I'm a research director at Lux Research, and I'm honored today to be joined by Kemal Anbarci, who's managing executive at Chevron Technology Ventures.
Oh, thanks, Brent. That's nice to be here.
So what do you view as your role? What's your mission?
Yeah, Brent, in Chevron, we use venture capital as a tool to bring in technology solutions to Chevron. And the way that we deploy it is to help create suppliers to Chevron. We invest in companies, usually take less than 20% ownership and equity, help them grow and deliver solutions to Chevron. And that's how I see my role. We do not have to invest in the companies. The main objective is to bring in technology solutions to Chevron. But I do like the financial returns, and that's when the equity part comes in.
So how do you ensure that the companies that you invest in are actually going to be helpful for the larger company?
Yeah. Well, it starts with the pain points. My venture executives have significant, I basically say the next guy I hire to be a venture executive has 25 years experience within Chevron. They have significant experience within the company, understanding the needs. So when we scout for technologies, that becomes important. And also internally, they have the credibility within Chevron for deployment of the technology. Mm-hmm. So that helps us and also differentiates us from venture firms and other people that's in the market putting in to be able to deploy the technology effectively within Chevron and to choose the companies that might be helpful. There's no guarantees, right? You know, most of the startup companies will fail, and not because the technology is bad, not because of the management is bad, but there are so many things that needs to happen for things to work, and it may not happen. Mm-hmm. But we are there to tilt the equation in the favor of success for the entrepreneur, for us, for our co-investors, for the deployment.
Mm-hmm. For people that aren't in the oil and gas industry, they might wonder what kinds of technologies are needed in this space?
Well, we run huge operations, right? So it's the technologies we look for things that impact our core business. But when we have a value chain like oil and gas, you know, starting from data acquisition and seismic, drilling, production, pipelines, refinery, you know, deployment, the IT structure that drives this, the financial network that drives it, it covers a huge area. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we have investments ranging from, you know, better drill bits to better catalysts to better IT infrastructure, mm-hmm. To financial tools that we use. Mm-hmm. So it is very wide, and it makes it more, you know, very interesting to find these different elements that help Chevron run. And mm-hmm. you have many pain points, and it brings us great pleasure to be able to reach to many of them and address them.
Does the company come to you with specific problems that they're looking to address, or is it a continual dialogue?
Well, we are integrated in the technology management process within the company. You know, I have executives coming through the technology management ranks. I used to be a technology manager in one of my previous assignments. And so we do understand the process itself and keep in touch with the needs as they arise. And we do also have internal, you know, connections and people that you work with and you understand the issues. So that helps when you are out there scouting for technologies. Mm-hmm.
You recently started a $100 million fund that appears to be focused on sensors and automation. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of that and what you're looking for in that space?
So our Fund 5, which was kicked off late 2013, focuses on our core operations. The sensors and automation comes up across, I think, in our interactions and investments because they are part of the easily scalable domain, and because now we are looking for technologies with impacts within, I'll say, 18 months. So those are the technologies that can be easily scaled up, but it's not limited to that. Mm-hmm. Fund 5 focuses on our core business applications, and we had investments ranging from composites to relationship-based search engines. So it's not just sensors and automation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Are there core pain points you think the industry needs to solve?
Well, yes. And I will say, in 2014, when oil price was $98, right? The top 60 producers in the U.S. was cash flow negative by $36 billion, right? So the pain points are not new, but it's easier to explain now with the lower oil prices.
Sure.
So the first cost is important, and in the discussions in the pitch, probably you've seen my questions on that. So we need to make sure the reduction of the first cost is significant, and we need to make sure that it's a sustainable cost savings that the industry reaches.
Right.
So.
Yeah. When you're looking at a startup, what are the characteristics that you look for to make it a good match, to make it somebody you can work with? What kind of personalities are you looking for, or what kind of technologies are you looking for?
Yeah, it's well, the technology pain points we discussed, right? So it needs to come. We do understand that. Then you look at the management, make sure that they can start the course, the people that you can work with throughout arduous process of bringing a new technology in. Our co-investors are very important to us as well. We do not take controlling interest in the company. The board structure is very important, that our syndicate of investment helps. And the drive, the experience of the management team and the team itself. And
do you find that most of the teams have some experience in the space already? They've worked with large companies in the space?
We have invested with the managed investments about 88 companies. So we have a range. We have very successful companies that the CEOs, it's their first company. But more often than that, we have serial entrepreneurs, right? The people that they are in their fifth or sixth company, and we value that experience. But it's not absolutely necessary. So there are some great companies formed by young, energetic people, and it's very wonderful to see it.
You mentioned that you're looking at at least some companies that are 18 months out from having something that you can deploy. Is that a key criteria, or can you look out farther than that?
Oh, there's always exceptions, right? But when we want to give the message out where the readiness is, and that's a good yardstick. And as I said, there's always exceptions depending on the technologies. I would like the exception to be on the shorter side of the 18 than the other side, but it's a yardstick.
So how far along does a company have to be for you to be comfortable that you're 18 months out?
Well, 18 months from the impact to the company. So if I'm looking at an investment, if there's a prototype, I would like to be able to test it within eyesight. So need to be convinced that we'll be able to get the test and get the impact and get the analysis, have a comfort level. So that should give you an idea.
Sure, sure. It can't be just an idea. It has to be something they've worked on for a while.
I mean, if somebody comes with an idea, we will help them nurture it and grow it. But if it isn't an idea stage, my suggestions will be for them to look at some non-dilutive funding, some grants to help grow it and mature their company to a level to do so. And where we add value is providing help with the field trials, getting in there at that stage. I will wait and see where they get there, and then help them at that point.
Do you look for the company to already have partnerships, or is it typically a company that's coming to you with they're just starting to reach out?
So in general, we do not lead term sheets.
Okay.
So we will invest with a syndicate. If we have people that we co-invest 4 times, 8 times, somewhere 14 times together. If they don't have a partnership and syndicate, we help form partnerships and syndicates from time to time. So that's not a must, but it helps. I mean, like I said, since we do not have controlling positions in the companies, and it helps to know the people who are at the helm.
So looking forward 5-10 years, how do you see this role evolving? How do you see this this part of the business evolving? What are you going to be doing differently 10 years from now from what you're doing now?
Well, I'm enjoying what I'm doing so much, so it's hard to tell. But Chevron, we have been doing venture capital since 1999. We have been doing it continuously, very steadily. And that's one of the reasons of success. So you make sure that you hold a steady investment strategy and continue that. I expect the behaviors not to change. In the industry itself, it's amazing to see new inventions coming in. I think we are in a critical point of intersection of multiple technologies coming together. I think it will be even more exciting 5-10 years down the road. And as the innovation space and the startups growing by leaps and bounds, and also corporate venturing. So when we started this, and we were the first in oil and gas, and now almost everybody has a venture capital arm in oil and gas. Widely in corporate venturing. In 2008, I believe there were about 400, 500 corporate venturing groups. Now there are 1,400 corporate venturing groups. I expect the corporate venturing to keep on growing and helping innovation in the startups to deliver technology solutions for us.
Very good. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.